So 10, 5.
Yeah. 2 30 seconds and then 10.
Yes.
Let us know when time is when we're ready.
Linda said she might come.
Did she?
She said she might. She's doing correction for me
Should
right
we
now.
start
so.
though?
Yeah, I would start.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready.
What if I told you you could increase your sales to surpass sellers while staffing all of your stores and improving your brand perception? What if I also told you that you could do all of this within the next 2 years? We are here today to help you face your target. Good afternoon, executives from Target. My name is Kalina, and these are my colleagues Brooke and Carly, and we are from Infinity Consulting, where the opportunities are limitless. Today, we have analyzed your issue and provided a recommendation using an HR-specific model called the FACE model. The F stands for focus, which is the HR goal and the organizational goal and how they align. The A is for alignment, which is essentially an analysis, followed by consolidation, which is the implementation of how we will solve your problem. And finally, an evaluation, which is some risks, costs, and key performance indicators. You'll see at the bottom, FACE, it's for your convenience, so you can follow along with the model. We will now begin with the focus.
So what is it that we want you to focus on? Well, we recognize that at Target, your objective is to open new fully functional locations across Quebec. However, the human resources focus in question today is to create an action plan for Target's Quebec stores that is aligned with your current strategy and culture. So I will now continue in French. Alors, à Infinity Consulting, nous avons considéré les piliers des ressources humaines, de la dotation, des relations de travail, de la structure organisationnelle, de la formation et le développement, d'hygiène et de sécurité, et ensuite de récompenser la rémunération. Cependant, nous avons concentré notre recommandation aujourd'hui sur les 3 piliers de la dotation, de la formation et le développement, et des récompenses et la rémunération. Alors, l'objectif des ressources humaines fait semblant comme une base et le soutien pour ces piliers pour vous aider à combler l'écart pour atteindre votre objectif organisationnel. Maintenant, je vais passer la parole à Brooke pour faire la deuxième phase d'analyse. Donc, je commence. So for the alignment, I will now start with a gap analysis. Donc, l'analyse de l'écart. Dans le terme actuel, vous êtes un nouveau concurrent dans le marché canadien. Donc, Target s'installe au Canada pour la première fois. Et dans le terme désiré, nous voulons que vous avez une partie, vous êtes un concurrent clé dans le marché canadien. Dans le terme actuel, vous n'avez en ce moment aucun employé au Canada et nous voulons que vous avez des employés dans toutes vos locations au Québec par la fin des 6 mois. Aussi, vous avez une notoriété limitée. Les Canadiens ne sont pas aussi au courant de Target que les Américains en ce moment. Donc, dans le terme désiré, nous voulons que les Canadiens ont une bonne compréhension de Target comme une entreprise et qui ont le désir d'aller à vos locations pour acheter vos produits. I'll now continue with environmental analysis in English. So we're going to take a look at what works, what needs work, what to watch out for, and where you can grow in the future. So in terms of what works, you're the second largest American retailer. So this is great for you. It means that you have a good part of the American market. You also have an e-commerce advantage. So you do have a website that is fully functional where consumers can buy products directly from you. Your marketing campaign has also been a great success in Canada. Target Loves Canada was a great success. The Toronto Expose with Jason Wu was a great success. You're also a CSR leader, so you have lots of community outreach and good CSR initiatives, and we really think that that will benefit you as a company when entering the Canadian market. In terms of what needs work, you haven't really started your Canadian recruitment yet, so you really need to start getting the ball rolling in terms of that. Also, your brand awareness in Canada isn't up to par yet. Because you're an American firm, a lot of Canadians in isolated regions aren't really aware of your company, so we really want to work on that and get everyone on the same page. Also, your relationship with Zeller's consumer base. So people, certain demographics used to love Zeller's. Even though it wasn't the most successful brand, it was a brand that people went to for the low-cost leader products. So we really want to make sure that you establish a connection with them in the future. So what to watch out for?
As discussed in the case, your locations are within a few kilometers of some of your largest competitors. So you want to make sure that you use that to your advantage and that you really take that into consideration when recruiting employees. As well, Walmart is also hiring a large volume. They project that they want to hire 5,000 individuals in Quebec within the year. So this, considering how many employees you're looking to hire, could be an issue in the future. As well, there's pressure for lower prices. Dollarama is doing extremely well, and Walmart is trying to compete with that market at the moment. So this could lead to certain demographics in the industry that could affect you in the future. In terms of where you can grow, the Canadian market is a large market, and people are always looking for the best deal. So if Target can offer consumers the best deals, then Canadians will really look forward to going to Target, and it'll have the same kind of popularity as it's experiencing in the United States of America. As well, there's by differentiating your recruitment process, you'll be able to target key candidates and really be able to get the best of the best that's available and really bring them to your enterprise. As well, you must consider career development because cashier positions are known for high turnover, so you really want to make sure that your employees are staying once you do find them. I will now pass it on for the consultation.
We want to help you face your target. By having proper recruitment strategies, you can gain a market share that is superior than Zeller's. You can also compete and motivate your employees and use those employees as your competitive advantage. And finally, you can increase your brand perception in the Canadian consumer's mind. We will now tell you how to do this through the implementation.
So at Infinity Consulting, we have broken our implementation down into 3 phases. So the first phase is going to start immediately and continue to 8 months, and this is called Get on Target. Next, you want to stay on target, and this is going to continue from 8 months until 12 months. And finally, you want to be right on target from 1 to 5 years. So to begin, we first want to start with in terms of staffing. So we really want to focus on the employees. So in the short term, so Get on Target, we want to have a recruitment campaign called Making Canada Love Target. And this campaign is tailored towards the executive team leader positions. So what this campaign consists of is a campaign where there's going to be, it's going to attract university students, so it's tailored to all of the university students. We want them to write a 300-word report on how to make Canada love Target. And so the HR directors are going to filter through these reports that are submitted and choose the top 100 reports. Once we've received the top 100 reports, we are going to invite these candidates to present their opinion. And this is going to be a 5-minute presentation in which you're going to choose 25 winners. These 25 winners are going to be one executive team leader for the 25 stores that you are opening in Quebec. So this is a great way to get your awareness out there, and you're going to develop this and then market it towards all of the university students when you're at the career fairs and all of the recruitment campaigns that you're currently using. In order to attract team members, we have developed a campaign that is going to called How to Stay on Target. So this campaign is a little bit different. It's geared towards the community involvement. So what this is it is consisting of teams up to 4 members, and they're going to submit a YouTube video on how they stay on target within their community involvement. From these, we are going to decide whose video based on quality and alignment with the company values would be possible candidates to invite for an interview and recruit. So we want to really ensure that we develop, market, and launch all of these recruitment strategies within the short term. Next, we want to stay on target. So we want to assess all of the candidates and ensure that the candidates are appropriate and aligned with Target's mission and values. In addition, you want to hire employees. For the Making Canada Love Target, you want to have a signing bonus for the winners. So you want to ensure that you hire these new employees and that they are aligned with your values. And finally, to stay right on target, we want to assess the recruitment process, determine if we need more employees, and hire more as needed. In addition, we want to assess the success of the recruitment campaign. So we want to ensure that these employees that you did hire align with your company's values. So in terms of training and development, to stay on target, we want to have a stay on target seminar. So we're first off going to send the store leaders to the United States for training. So we want to ensure that they understand what Target is all about and that they really get a sense of the Target environment. So these store leaders are then going to come back and train the executive team leaders. Since there are only a handful of executive team leaders, this will be a one-day orientation program to ensure that they really understand everything. Finally, together, the store leaders and the executive employees are going to train the remaining employees for the store in a 2-day orientation program. So we recognize that this is a short time frame, but it is essential to have all of your employees trained immediately as we want to open stores very quickly. In the progressive term, so stay on target, we want to assess employees' performance. We want to ensure that the employees you hired are applying the training that they learned on the job. We want to also determine if additional training is required. So we want to assess their performance and determine if we should have more training sessions held throughout the year. In addition, to ensure that we're right on target, we want to create a career planning initiative for employees. So this is really to reduce the turnover with your cashiers. We want to ensure that they know that there is possibility for career progression within Target. So we want them to sit down with them and ensure that they understand that there is possibility to move upwards in the company. In addition, we want to have a succession planning program for the executive leaders. So we want to have possibility for them to be promoted as well. Finally, in terms of total rewards, so in order to get on target, we want to develop a compensation plan. So you want to ensure that this Canadian compensation plan is exceeding those of your competitors. So you want to really research what Walmart's compensation plan is and ensure that you're offering more incentives to your employees so that they would rather work for you than your competitors. In order to stay on target, we want to offer an employee assistance program. So this program is going to be tailored towards the executive team leaders. So this is going to include flex hours, promote work-life balance, maybe even offer a discount with a gym membership. The executive team leaders, since they were recruited new grads, they are very focused on work-life balance and ensuring that they have time for other things outside of work. So we want to really focus on this. In addition, we want to have community involvement incentive program for all of the employees. So this program is going to be called Target Your Community. So what this is we're going to every year evaluate the employee who has raised the most money for a charity within their local community. This employee is then going to be given a free trip to somewhere local in Quebec. So for example, a weekend getaway to Tremblant or to Spa Nordique. Finally, to ensure that you are right on target, we want to implement fake shoppers. So what these people are going to do is they're going to be in stores and ensure that the employees are really responding to the 60-second response time. So whenever a customer hits the button in the aisle, we want to ensure that the employees are there within less than 60 seconds. If an employee does make this response time, then we are going to give them a prize. So for example, since you are very involved with community involvement, it could be free tickets to a local charity. So I'll now pass it on to Kalina for the evaluation.
So you're probably wondering what all of this is going to cost you. We have broken down our budget into the 3 pillars that we've mentioned, and I will start off with staffing. So for staffing, we had the 2 main positions we wanted to recruit for, the team leaders and the team members. So the team member essay competition, the way that we have allocated the budget is we have taken the 300 words and we have considered that it would take an average of 10 minutes to read the 300 words. And the HR professionals who are going to be reading this, we have used their wage, their hourly wage, to allocate a cost. So we have also done that for the video competition. We have just taken the 2.5-minute video, and we are estimating a submission of around 1,000 videos, multiplied that by the hourly wage of the directors of HR that are going to be deciding the winners and allocated a cost. Now, you're currently doing a lot of social media marketing on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, so we encourage you to maintain this and build on it. So you already have this allocated in your budget, So we've only allocated an extra $1,000 for the extra marketing that you want to do just based on these two competitions. And your travel expenses and posters are just relating to the recruiters who are going to be traveling to the different campuses and just letting people know about the competitions. In terms of training and development, we have actually done a ratio of the store leader, executive team leader, and team member. And we have done a total for the 25 stores that you want to open in Quebec. And we have done the total number of employees that you're going to have for each section. And using those, we have calculated for each team, each position, we have calculated the budget for the training and development. We have used some industry averages, such as 44% of the training budget gets allocated to management positions. And that is how we have broken down the costs for a total of $2,261,250. And finally, for rewards and compensation, an industry average we've also used for the EAP is 5% of management salary. For the team leader training and team member compensation, it is just based on other industry averages that we've come up with the cost. And our total budget cost for you today is $73,223,110. Now, there are some risks associated with our implementation, but we will tell you how to mitigate them. In terms of Canadians not responding to Target, since it is new, it has a lot of credibility in the US, but it is a new market. So the way that we want to mitigate that is we really want to focus on the experience, how Target differs from Walmart. It's about the customer. It's about the experience that Target brings. It's an entirely different environment in the retail industry. Now, in terms of the inability to not being able to find all the new employees through the recruitment campaigns, we just really want to recruit extensively, continue through social media to reach out to our target recruitment base, which is those newly graduated students. Now, in terms of the competition, such as Walmart as a barrier to the entry, we want to take advantage of Zellers. Since we have taken over their market share, we really want to reach out to those customers, use them to build up, and later on attract Walmart's customers as well. And finally, in terms of resistors to training, we have talked about some training programs you want to implement. In every case, there will be some resistors, and the way that you would go about mitigating it would be through training management on how to deal with resistors and how to go about it case by case, making sure that you know that there are different scenarios. And our key performance indicators, these are the 3 objectives that we keep on mentioning, that we mentioned at the beginning, through the analysis, and through our implementation. And these indicators will help us measure those objectives. Now, in terms of our revenue increase, a great key performance indicator for you would be to attain a revenue larger than Zellers in 1 fiscal year. That would be a great start for you. In terms of staffing, you want to have completely staffed your stores by opening. And in terms of increasing your brand awareness and brand perception in the consumer's mind, we want to have Canadians recognize Target as a low-cost leader, not just another player in the retail sector.
So we have introduced you to the Face Your Target today. So it'll help you have a superior market share to Zellers in the past. It'll let you have a complete and motivated employee base, which is important for your launch of your Canadian locations, as well as give Canadians a top-of-mind awareness of Target because of your extensive recruiting. So we'd like to thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, we'd be glad to help you with them.
Thank you for the presentation. It was very interesting. My first question is, well, because we just talked about the budget, where is the money coming from?
Do you want me to go back to the budget?
Well, I think it came up to about $70-some million.
Yeah.
Where is all that money coming from?
So the money is coming from the US through their extension to Canada, and we believe that it's a very fair amount. And they're obviously moving to Canada. There is going to be a lot of money that needs to be invested, but we want to emphasize the value that Target will get out of it.
Thank you.
I hope I'm asking the right questions here. So if I
You
look
can ask
at
whatever you want.
yes, if I look at you say there's going to be a complete and motivated employee base. In your presentation, you said you need to ensure you pay your staff more than Walmart so that they stay. Is that the sort of foundation of your retention strategy, paying more than Walmart?
No, that's just one key element of our retention strategy. We also are going to be providing incentives such as the EAP, the Employee Assistance Program, so to really ensure work-life balance and flex hours. In addition, with our community involvement, having just small incentives like the weekend getaways if they win and the prizes if they reach the response times, we really feel like it will bring the employees together and really work hard and also provide extra incentives for them.
Comment est-ce que vous pensez présenter votre stratégie de fake shoppers à vos employés? Parce que vous ne pensez pas que les employés vont voir ça comme un manque de confiance envers eux, d'avoir des faux clients qui viennent pour tester leur temps de réaction?
Pouvez-vous, s'il vous plaît, répéter la question en anglais pour mes collègues?
How will you present the fake shoppers strategy to your employees? Because you don't think that your employees might see it as a lack of trust towards them to have the fake shopper coming just to test their time reaction.
The way that we're going to market it to, je peux répondre à la question en français aussi. La manière que nous allons mettre en place ce système pour les employés, c'est vraiment comme un prix, comme tu veux que le shopper vient à votre magasin parce que c'est une chance d'avoir un prix. Donc, c'est vraiment une manière c'est comme un jeu vraiment, que tu veux toujours être dans les 60 secondes pour que, si c'est un des shoppers artificiels, que ça serait comme, tu aurais une récompense. Donc, c'est vraiment un positif. C'est pas qu'ils veulent mesurer le temps pour voir s'ils sont efficients ou non. C'est plus comme une chance d'avoir un prix.
Just had a quick question, a few questions, but I'll start with one. In the what works area, so for the environmental analysis, I didn't really notice a lot about what works in terms of human resources management on that particular slide. Do you care to comment about that? Because in the case, it does talk about some of the things that they have as it relates to their current HR practices in terms of encouraging collaboration and new ideas. Did you not think that was working, or did that maybe just not appear on your slide?
No, that's a great question. So we do recognize that is working great, but since you are requiring to hire about 5,000 new employees, we just wanted to expand on that. So that's why we have introduced the other recruitment strategies. We still think that what you're doing is working great, having the employees come and going to university fairs and having the career webpage. That's all working well, and we want you to continue with that, but just introduce our recommendation on top of that as well.
Go ahead.
You also talked about career paths, and you said we want cashiers to understand there is a career path. I mean, so you sort of say what the aim is. I didn't feel I understood how you were going to go about that. What's the process for explaining this career path?
So we understand that cashiers have a very high turnover rate due to the part-time employment, but we feel as though that's something you want to focus on more in the progressive and continuous, more long-term. And the way we would do that is we would have that in our training that we would give. So we would just let them know that their employment doesn't have to end with the cashier, that there's opportunity for management roles, there's opportunity for being a team leader. So that's something that we want to bring forward more in the long run after you've fully staffed and opened up the target.
So it's in the training or once they've started?
In the training, first we want to focus on the training for the opening up of the store, but more in the long term, we want to actually implement that in the training for the new employees.
Right. Okay.
Well, you mentioned a lot initially in your focus, I believe, or this alignment, I should say, that we need to hire to be aligned with our culture and values. Can you recall tell me what those values or the culture of Target is and how your plan is aligned?
So Target puts a lot of emphasis on corporate social responsibility, community involvement. So through each one of our initiatives, we have focused on one of the values so that we can reach out to our potential employees and they can see that Target cares about the community and about every single initiative that we've chosen.
And what about fashion and quality and service?
That's also another one of the values. And we feel as though we've done a great job already in Toronto with the opening of the fashion pop-up store. So we just wanted to take a different approach because Target has already made that impact in the fashion industry, and we want to focus more on community involvement.
Thank you very much.
Good.
You can turn the camera off.
Yeah, please.
You're not being filmed. It's just.